up the road, about 4 hours from here, north, and we have 9 children. Please, I need something. I have to keep going. You gotta help me. I need a whole lot of Jesus and a little bit of caffeine to handle that. But here's how it happened, other than the obvious reasons. We had 5 kids just about 4 years ago, and I thought we were done because 5's frankly a lot of kids in my book. And so my wife turns to me one day and says, "I feel like we're supposed to adopt a little girl." And I was like, "Can we get rid of one of the others?" I was thinking we could get rid of the oldest because he's not contributing at all. But no, she wanted an additional child, and we prayed about it for about 7 days, and we fasted and prayed because I wanted to know that God was in it, because first of all, adopting a child's a big deal, costs a lot of money, and unless you're really on the same page with your spouse, it's an impossible. It's like trying to move a mountain or swim across an ocean. It's just that difficult. And so we prayed, and I had a dream one night, and it was an amazing dream because God basically allowed me to meet my daughter in my dream. And I met her in this orphanage, and I was somewhere in Eastern Europe in my dream, and my daughter, she told me her name was Anna and that she was 10 years old, and she looked about 7, so I was really surprised when she told me she was 10, and I knew exactly what she looked like, and it was just this amazing, vivid, supernatural dream. And I wake up and I share it with my wife, and she's blown away, and then 2 days later we find this little girl. And when we saw her picture, I said, "Honey, that's her. That's our daughter." And it was just so amazingly supernatural. And then they told us that she had a brother who was 14 years old, and that if she came, we would have to take him too. And I said, "Honey, that's not her. That's not her. I thought it was her, but there's no way, because I don't want him. So we'll keep looking." No, I didn't say that. Somebody's calling me right now. Nope. I knew it was her, so we decided we would host the kids for the summer. We brought them over from Ukraine and got to know them. Yeah, we fell in love with these kids. Been to Ukraine? Amen. It's in general adoption. Praise the Lord in general for adoption. So we fell in love with these kids. They didn't speak English, but they did quickly start calling us mom and dad. That didn't help matters at all. We were in so deep, and we decided to adopt them. And so we had to send them back to Ukraine, raise the money. God provided the money. God just moved the mountain. He parted the sea, and we're getting ready to go over there and get our kids. Okay, so we're going to go from 5 to 7. It's a lot of kids. 7 is the number of completion, so I was comforted by that. Then we get an email about a month before we travel that says they have a sister, and she's 12 years old, and we're probably going to have to take her too. And I was just like, "I'm out." No, I didn't say that. I was just like, "You got to be kidding me." And so they just said we might be able to get a judge to split them up, but they've already been separated for 7 years. She's in another orphanage. They don't even know each other. And I was like, okay, well, maybe she'll never know, But then they said we had to go meet her. And I was like, well, she'll definitely know. So we decided before we ever went over there that the right thing to do was to bring these kids back together who had been separated. They were pulled out of their home when they were 2, 4, and 6 years old. And now they were 14, 12, and 10. And so we decided to adopt all 3 of them. I was like, Lord have mercy, help us. Yeah. So I bought a church van because there's no other vehicle that'll fit that many people, except a 15-passenger van, kind of like those off in the distance, those white ones. That's our van! That's our church van right there! It's so cool. It looks like all the other rental vans. We painted ours black, put chrome wheels on it, put 3 screens in it, and then we pimped it out. We called it good. But then the day before we flew to Ukraine, okay, this is the last part of the story, then I'm gonna sing a song. We found out we were expecting a baby. That is nuts! It's crazy. So I wrote a song. I'm like, God, you better give me a song. In fact, I'd like 2 songs out of this craziness. So I wrote this one. It's called Crazy Faith. And it was in the movie War Room. Did you may see War Room? Okay, so this is my song, Crazy Faith. I started my own coffee company. I roast coffee, and I call it Crazy Faith Coffee Company. And we have coffee over at my table. Inside the bags are crazy faith stories of people like you and me who stepped out and did something crazy that God parted the ocean for them to do. So here we go, Crazy Faith. Oh God, dear, I hear you. You really want me to walk up to that mountain, tell it just to move. This is crazy, yeah. Her face in that picture, I said that's our daughter, but we can't swim this ocean. But you're telling us to move. This is crazy, yeah. Lord, it scares me. It's gonna take crazy faith. So what if it costs everything? I'm stepping out, I'm taking the lead. Crazy faith. Oh, crazy faith. This house and all my dreams, you're asking me to leave and take my wife and children where we never thought we'd go. This is crazy, yeah. Lord, it scares me. It's gonna take crazy faith. So what if it costs everything? I'm stepping out, I'm taking the lead, and it's gonna take crazy faith. So what if it costs everything? I'm stepping out, I'm taking the lead. Oh Lord, wherever you may lead, I'll go. Lead me, Lord, I'll follow you. Wherever you may lead, I'll go. Oh, lead me, Lord, I'll follow you. Lord, I'll go. It's gonna take crazy faith. In just a few moments, Audio Adrenaline is going to come on the stage, but before they do, the radio station is going to come back up there. They got a few things to announce, a couple things to do, and then they're going to introduce Audio Adrenaline. So I'm going to turn it over. Are they still on standby? Oh no, they are. Here they come. Come on up.